Okay, so I have heard the rumblings on the internet surrounding the whole Taemin, Key, Minho colorism thing situation, if you want to call it that. A lot of people were making the argument against Taemin and Key, saying that in the privacy of just the three of you talking about this, it's not really an issue. But when you're saying it in public, there are people who are of a darker complexion that might feel offended by your statements. And on the flip side, there are people who would also be like, hey, well, if they are saying that, maybe I can say the same thing about my darker skinned friends, But I don't think that's happening. Plus, I don't see a problem with someone saying what happens to a human being normally when they go out in the sun. I think the biggest problem people are having is not so much what they said, but that they said it to Minho, who's the darker skinned member of the group. I think that's what the bigger issue is, and that's what everybody's kind of hyper focusing on, and that's what everybody's getting the whole colorism accusation from. Is that, oh, they're addressing Minho. If they were addressing Key or Taemin, it'd be a different story. And yes, I've heard Taemin and Key say things about skin color and things like that. They just don't prefer darker skin on them. That's all. I mean, you can call it colorist if you want to. I don't think they're discriminating against darker skinned people. If they were, they probably would feel uncomfortable being around Minho, I would think. But they're not. So it just, I don't know. I wouldn't even say that it is colorism to say that you're not attracted to a darker skinned person, because that's your personal preference. Now, if you want to say it's based on colorism, then maybe. But I mean, there are people in the States even and abroad who aren't attracted to darker skinned people. And what are you going to do? Oh, you're a colorist if you don't like darker skinned people. It's almost like the fat phobia thing. Oh, if you are exercising and you're trying to be fit, then you are a fat phobic person because you're trying everything that you can to avoid being fat. It's that kind of feeling. But here's the reason why I'm making this video. Could someone please point out to me what the colorist statement was that they made in these statements? I'm very curious as to what you guys think about what they said. Where's the colorist remark here? So Taemin tells Minho, quote, "When I see you after you play golf, all I can see are the whites of your eyes and your teeth. Seriously," end quote. Then Key says after that, "Why did you get so tanned?" End quote. That's all. Key and Taemin comment on how Minho's skin tone becomes darker after outdoor activities. I would argue that everyone's skin gets a little darker after outdoor activities. Many fans found these comments to have a negative implications about Minho's skin tone. While discussing potentially making golfing content, Taemin suddenly says that after playing golf, all he can see of Minho are his eyes and teeth. This comment implies that Minho has become too dark for anything to be seen. Yeah, but you're taking it too seriously. That's my thing, is that you're taking it way too seriously, guys. After laughing, Key says, "Minho, why did you get so tanned?" and says something similar to what Taemin previously said. Fans were surprised by the two other members' comments coming out of the blue and expressed their disappointment over their words. And I'm reading from just some random thing, and I'm just kind of brushing over basically the gist of what happened. Where's the colorist remark here? I get why some people would be upset by this, but I think the only problem is that he's the darker skinned member, and that's why they're making these remarks. But I don't think this is a big deal. I don't think this is a big deal, guys. Could it be colorism? The definition of colorism: prejudice or discrimination against individuals with a dark skin tone, typically among people of the same ethnic or racial group. That's the definition of colorism. So, prejudice or discrimination. I don't think I heard any prejudice or discrimination. I don't think I heard any prejudice. Okay, could be wrong there. Could be wrong. Prejudice is a preconceived opinion that is not based on reason or actual experience. So, where is the preconceived opinion that is not based on reason and actual experience. It is a fact that when you go out into the sun for a long period of time, you get darker. Now, the only joke I saw was Taemin saying something about him being so dark that when he comes in, all he can see is his eyes and his teeth. That's it. Let's not pretend like other people haven't made worse jokes than that to other people. Like, come on. I don't think that's colorism. Again, I could be totally wrong. I could be missing it. I could totally be missing the point here, perhaps. But that's what I got out of it. It's not colorism. They're just poking fun at him. Yes, he is the darker skinned member, but I think we tend to hyper focus sometimes on certain things and then say it's colorism, or say it's racism, or say it's misogyny, or say it's something like that, when you don't even understand the context first, or you're not trying to understand the context first of all. And in this case, you're just assuming it's colorism because of who they're talking to. I mean, if you can consider them colorist, I mean, he said for himself, Taemin, one time, I don't really want to go out in the sun and like do a lot of daylight sunny activities because I don't want to get a tan. I mean, how many of us can say the same thing? Probably a lot of us. So does that mean that you're a colorist because you don't want to get tan? So if you don't want to get fat, does that mean you're fat phobic? You know, that's the kind of vibes I'm getting from this. It's just, we become very touchy. We become very sensitive. And I think we need to stop, projecting. Sometimes some of us are projecting. That's what I think. Some of us are just projecting insecurities and projecting it onto this whole conversation about Minho skin color and feeling insecure about skin. I'm darker skinned. I'm the darker skinned sibling out of all of my family members. Do I give a crap? Heck no. Like, I don't really care about the skin color for real, but I'm more attracted to lighter skinned people. Does that make me a colorist? Does it? Does that make me a colorist? Guys, let me know. I'm gonna end it there. One more point I wanted to bring up is that when you talk about discrimination against darker skinned people, I would think, even if it's within your own ethnic group, it's not just, simple poking fun at their color, at their skin color and complexion. It's not just that. It's like bullying people, harassing people that are darker skinned. I mean, like real bullying, not this light little joking that Shiny was doing to Minho. No, it goes far beyond that. You talk about real colorism discrimination, like, bruh, that they're not even hitting the surface of what is actually considered colorism. So you're actually doing colorism a disservice by calling this colorism. This is nothing compared to what real colorism is. Let's be real. Being called undesirable and told that you need to brighten up your skin if you want to be appealing to the masses, that's true colorism. This is something K-pop companies push on society by forcing the narrative that brighter is better. And honestly, to me, there's really no greater example or form of colorism, at least in my opinion, than that right there. I think that is more colorist than making a joke that a lot of other people have made about their friends who are darker. I'm not this like morally sound person all the time. I have a past too, okay? In the past, I've made fun of my friends for being dark. Like, dude. But the reason why I did it was because they were mean. Those people were very mean and rude. So I made fun of them and called them all kinds of names. I called them Blackie. Yes, I did. Guess what? That was my life in high school. I called them Blackie. I called them Shadow. And I've made the same joke that all I can see is your eyes and your teeth if you turn. But I went a step further and said if I turn the lights off, then you'll just blend in with the darkness, like that kind of stuff. But I don't even think that's colorism. That's just joking about somebody. It's joking about somebody's skin color, but not all skin color jokes fall into the category of colorism, which is my ultimate point for that. So let's not call this colorism. It's just a joke of making fun of somebody's complexion or whatever. It's not a big deal. It's not as big a deal as what people are making it. So let's not call it something it's not. Yeah. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more content from your boy. And until next time, it'll be your boy Abe signing out. Peace. Love you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.